All right, working this 2014 Matt Kenseth Gamestop Shadow of Mordor. So excited to be able to build this custom, the first one I've ever made. Thanks to Joey's design work, Pato's Place decals. It is finally time, after 7 years, seeing this paint scheme and saying, holy cow, I love this paint scheme. I am now able to actually construct it in 1/64 scale. And honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen this available in any scale whatsoever. I don't think it's available as a 1/24, and I don't think it's available. Well, I know it's not available as a 1/64, but I don't know if anybody's ever made this even as a 1/24. Yeah, I'm sure maybe somebody has, but the decals just became available via Pato's Place, and so as you can see, I already got this nose piece on here, which was, it was challenging, but it was came out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. I like to separate out the grill and the headlights from that piece. I can put those on later, those back there. But got the back decals on, that on the trunk, the roof, the windshield banner, and now putting on the sides. Look at that. That is so awesome. Love this paint scheme. And these paint schemes, I'm telling you, with these GameStop cars, these video games, oh my gosh, just some terrific ones. I mean, absolutely terrific ones. Cool designs, and advertising is huge, right? I mean, obviously you got the engineers and these programmers. I shouldn't say engineers so much, but programmers, building the games and doing all the cool graphics and game play, the storyline and all that. But you got to sell it, right? You got to have that awesome cover on your video game box. Got to have your awesome promotional videos and everything. And so yeah, just excited to be able to finally make this car. Like I said, we're talking 7 years ago, and I've never seen one of these made anywhere ever. So as a Matt Kenseth fan, glory. Can I say that? Glory. Yeah. And see all the areas I pre-painted. And this is nice, right? So you've got that transition from the blue kind of flame and cloudy background here, dark, and then it just goes right to the white. You can see that transition's pretty nice. Try to make it as seamless as possible from the decal to that painted surface. Yeah. Oh, awesome. That is sweet. Okay. Make sure I don't have any bubbles in there, any air pockets back in there, right? Wash my hands, of course, before doing this. Got to have your hands clean. Okay, so this lays down nicely. Yeah, sorry guys, got that hot water heater down here and our furnace down here, so it's winter time. Those things are going to be running at different times in the background, so apologize for the excessive noise. Let's get that tucked in there nicely. You can see I cut a little slit in the decal so it would fit right underneath there. I hate when it overlaps that little partial piece of the clear windshield. But I'd like to get this to lay flat. I was thinking I was going to use the microsole, but I think we're okay for now. Get this down there. Okay. All right. A couple other pieces here. Let's get this on. Shadow of Mordor. Now available. I always struggle with this, right? So you can see this is angled up. And I always struggle, you know, do I want to make it, you know, level, or do I want to make it, you know, level with this? But typically what you see is it's kind of at an angle coming back here. So I'll do it like that. All right, and then you got this little piece here. Oh, you know what? I didn't put the... I asked Joey to lead when he did the design, okay? And I don't know if anybody will thank me or punch me later, but I told him not to include the fuel tank on the design, because sometimes when you do that, it gets integrated in with either the side light here or the Gamestop. And I don't want it, right? I don't want it like that. I want to put it on separately, because inevitably you want that freedom to be able to place it right over top of this piece on the diecast body. And so if it was here, right, it would probably cover the P, and then I wouldn't be able to put it up here because it would be too low, right? So just having it separately is the best. And so, yeah. So if you order these decal sets, I highly recommend ordering Pato's. He has a sheet, right, of all, you know, it's just a simple sheet of all these green, you know, American ethanol, you know, fuel doors, and so I just buy a sheet of these, and you're good to go for years. I mean, I've got plenty. I bought that years ago, and I've got still plenty more to use for that purpose. So, and you saw how I like to keep this little piece separate that goes from here, just cutting it right along the bottom, and separate that piece out so you can get this in place. And I may need some microsole here to soften it up and kind of stretch this out. You see the resers here? See how that's kind of covering just a little bit of that back window, or that side window, I'm sorry. So let's try to get some microsole on here. Soften that puppy up. I got a lot of water here, probably too much. These things are kind of floating in there. I like to get this piece in place before I put this little B-pillar piece in. So that's plenty ready. So let's move it out of the water. Actually, it goes like that. Okay. All right. So let's see how this is going. I'm going to kind of hold it here. Let's see if I can stretch this. Pull this back. See that? Yeah. And it's sticking to my thumb a little bit. See See if I'm good there. I'm going to try to tuck anything that I can up underneath there. To make sure I don't have any seams there. And see, it'll stretch just a little bit. See that now? See how that's not covering so much over that back or that side window? Just kind of stretched it over there and was able to get that freed up a little bit. So, yeah. Okay, so let's see. We've got that in place. I'm good. Just make sure that's where it needs to be. Okay. Okay. Now let's get this guy in place here. That'll be fine. That's why I pre-painted it. That'll be good. It's a little tiny gap there, but I'd rather have it connect on the bottom. With the black background, you would notice a gap here much more than you would notice the one here. So there's the side. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So I have a little dot there. Let's see if I can pull this up just a little bit. Okay, come on. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So I should be okay here. Should be okay. This is touching here. And that's one nice thing about the decal, or the design here, Joey, is I've got plenty. I had to trim it across the bottom, but I've got plenty of that blue background to utilize, right? So the decal set has come. The decal set has come with plenty of the blue. And you can see I've got a little bit here above, so I have plenty to work with there. And yeah, so my gap there is going to be good when I go to put that on. always best to have more than not enough. And Joey did an awesome job on this design here. So I've got plenty to work with. Yeah. Gotta be careful not to slide anything that I've already put in place here. So happy with how this is coming out. I mean, it's one thing to get the decals right and to build the car. It's another thing to have things line up nicely and turn out the way that you want them to turn out. You know what I mean? So just get this fold down there. Get rid of these little creases. Sometimes it's best just to set the car down and do this. And one other nice little feature, right? Whoa, 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 whoa! Why are you coming off? No, my finger's stuck over here. One other nice little feature, just a little thing, right? But I love it this way. If you notice, a lot of times on these decal sets, right? Here's some, right? See the hood pins? See the hood pins? They're on there, and this, of course, as well. Right here. On this set that Joey did, they're not there, which I love, because now I can touch these up exactly where the hood pins are on the die-cast body, and I don't have to worry about them not lining up and looking stupid, right? So, yeah. Just it's a little thing, but to me, I like it. I like it. Gives me a little bit of freedom to be able to put this exactly where I want to put it, and then be able to put the hood pins, dot them, right? Or, if I wanted to, I have little hood pin decals that I could use. But I'll just dot them with silver or aluminum, whatever. Yeah. Nice. That is so nice. Alright, this lifted over here. I want to make sure this doesn't have a problem. I think I'm good. Oh, no, I do have a problem. Look. Look at what happened. This lifted. My finger stuck to it and it ripped. Not the end of the world. But I need to kind of fix this a little bit. Yeah, somehow my finger stuck to it and it moved. I'm going to adjust this whole thing here. So the G, the A, and the M are kind of integrated with the rest of this larger decal. But when you come over here to the ESTOP, it's just kind of off by itself. There's just the lettering. There's no other background decal that goes with it. So it's a little less, just just doesn't have that support, so it's easier to slide, and my finger stuck to it, and when I went to lift it kind of ripped. So I can just reposition it to where it's level, and I'll be good to go. Is my spacing okay? Yeah. So guys, I'm going to do a couple different videos today and post them. This video obviously will be focused on this car. I'm going to do another video here in a minute, and it'll be a different upload. So I can just be able to get everything in across these two different videos. So, okay. Now let's get this fuel door in place. Now this is where I like to use the micro sole as well, because it'll soften it, and then it'll sink a little bit back in there where the actual hole is for the fuel door. So just put a little bit on there, and just kind of give it a minute or two to do its thing, you know. So it doesn't take very long. Come on. I got a little fuzzy or something there. So yeah, you can see how a lot of times on these Gamestop cars, the fuel door is integrated with this little piece, the side taillight. But now they're separate because they're just separate decals. And I love that. Just a little thing, but to me it's terrific. Alright, so get rid of this. And yeah. Oh, it's coming along so nicely, guys. Coming along so nicely. Okay. I'll kind of keep working this nose and this hood over these hood pins so I don't have any little creases and stuff, right? Get that to conform over top of there. And then I'll do this side and the nose, and I'll show you the finished product in another video. I'll start getting some coats of sealer on it after it dries up. Awesome. Okay guys, hope you have a great day. We will talk to you in the next video. God bless.